Welcome to Exchange Rates UK TV. It is the 25th of January 2022. Taking a look here at Decentraland. Of course, Decentraland has had a pretty big spike to the south like most everything else. But when compared to the move that it had on the 3-week chart here in October, between October 25th and November 15th, I mean, is a pretty sizable drive up, a 312.65% rise. Nothing wrong with that. That's just fine. But then ever since then, it's had a pretty good dip down. So the all-time high that it got around that $6 even level to the most recent swing low, 71% wipe. Currently, it's still down 64.89% from its highs. When you look at it and it's below the Tenkan Sen and the Kijun Sen on the 3-week chart. You look at it on the weekly chart, it is below the Tenkan Sen and the Kijun Sen as well, continuing to push further south. The only Ichimoku support now for Decentraland is Senko Span B on the cloud but that's down at 87 cents. Now it seems like a long ways away, and it seems a little unrealistic, and I think that's a little, I think that's a little iffy if that can happen, especially when you look at the weekly chart. The week of October 25th was when most of that 312% rise that we saw on the 3-week candlestick. That 1 week was responsible for the majority of this drive up. But when you look at the Senko Span B here, it's very flat, and the flatness is a sign of strength. The length of how long it stays flat, that's a sign of strength. And Senko Span B is the toughest area to cross above or below within the Ichimoku system, so it makes sense to see it kind of playing out like this. And will it come down there? Possibly. I mean, the entire metaverse class of cryptos and the gaming tokens, they're still very much overbought, and only most of them have now had a 50% retracement. Like Decentraland has completed a 50% logarithmic retracement when it hit the $2 level. But when you look at it from an Ichimoku perspective, it could still move down a little bit lower. But tell you that there's some really strong hidden bullish divergence right now between the candlestick chart and the composite index. So I know it sounds like I'm giving mixed signals here, but I'm just telling you that here's the deal. As long as it's above the cloud, it's still bullish. That's the outlook. There is hidden bullish divergence between the composite index and the candlestick chart. You have higher lows, higher closes on the price chart, but then you have lower lows in the composite index. That's hidden bullish divergence, which is only valid if something is in a bull market already, which it is. Let's see what the daily chart tells us. Kind of a mixed bag. I mean, here's that 50% retracement it hit, and that hit on the 22nd, and it's been holding here very nicely over the last 4 days. We just started the 26th candlestick about 40 minutes ago. So mana is upside potential here. This is weird, but it's in a bull market still. Is it? Oh yeah, never mind. That makes sense. It's still in the bull market on the daily chart with the RSI. It hasn't dipped down to 30, so it's still here. But notice that it's had a really strong bounce off of the 40 level. So that points to some higher prices. The percent B has a really strong slope here pointing up, looking like it wants to cross above 0.2 back into neutral territory. That's a bullish situation. And then finally, you have the composite index. It hit lows that haven't been traded since June of last year. So there's another reason why you might see a bounce here. How high is it going to go? I mean, I would definitely be surprised if it got past 262. That's where the Kijun Sen is at. Above that, bottom of the cloud at 320, 325. 322. That's where I would expect it to go to for any upside potential. Because this support zone in here just kind of crashed right through it. So yeah, mana, I would say upside potential is limited to 322, and the downside risks still exist towards that $1 to 89 cents to $1 zone. From all the shit exchange rates UKTV, thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.